Hello, everybody. Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Kevin Pereira. It's good to see you. Thank you.
And I'm Candace Bailey. We are coming to you live from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
Is there a reason you're perched?
Because it's comfy. I wanted to sit down, but I'll get down for the show.
Okay. All right. Are you? She's a gymnast. She's not going to break her legs dismounting from the platform. Okay, no, don't.
On the show today, controversial comedian Gilbert Gottfried is here live. His new book, Rubber Balls and Liquor, is out now.
What was that?
Rubber Balls and Liquor.
Ah, got it.
It's out now, and he'll probably give our censors a heart attack. Then Stussy gets bitten by a radioactive spider and gives birth to a new line of Marvel Comics-inspired apparel. Andy Allo will bring us the goods from the launch party.
Plus, we'll celebrate DV Tuesday with Chris Gore. Right, we'll review The Green Hornet, The Dilemma, and Season 3 of Being Human. And Sony's PlayStation Network hack, it keeps getting worse. Yeah. Oh, they can't do anything right. We'll tell you everything you need to know about the latest developments and how they affect you, because they probably do, in the loop.
Kevin,
Yes.
strap in.
Strap on.
No.
I thought that's what you say after.
No, strap in.
Strap on.
We're going around the net.
I don't. I get it. Going around the net.
Woo! ATN!
I don't know if you guys are aware of this. I am a classically trained singer. Some would say professional. And as such, I can tell you without any uncertainty, the life of a professional singer requires constant training and immense amounts of practice.
Mm-hmm. It does. Our number 5 video shows just how much warming up any type of singing requires, including death metal. That's just like the bit in The Sound of Music where Maria teaches the Von Trapp kids to sing.
No. It doesn't end with the band fleeing from the Nazis, so...
Kevin, you don't know that.
I don't think I've actually ever seen The Sound of Music. I don't...
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I don't think so. Is that the chick that spins on the hill? Is that her?
The chick?
The girl... What? She's
I can't.
The classy dame who's hill spinning.
You've never seen The Sound of Music?
I don't think so.
Those
I know
are
the
one of my
hills are alive
favorite-
with it, and that's about the extent of my knowledge. It was that and The King and I. I think I saw both of those. Well, half saw them, but that's about it.
Oh, that's upsetting.
Am I really missing? Is there really a chunk of my life that's missing?
Yes, there is.
Really?
Kevin. A huge chunk.
All right, I'll Netflix it tonight.
Thank you. In at number 4 today, some Americans are way more excited than others about the demise of Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, alert AOTS viewer Brian in Vermont tipped us off to this excessively awesome patriotic celebration.
And the flag's
Let me get
giving
this
away.
American flag out of my way so I can shoot my firearm. Honestly, I imagine that's what the inside of Glenn Beck's head looks like.
Guns, flags, and an ATV. All he's missing is an American Eagle.
Well, that's what he was shooting at, I think.
No!
America. If only that
No.
ATV was made for gold, then he could sell it for cash. It's a Glenn Beck wet dream, don't worry.
And at number 3 today, have you ever wondered what animals are really thinking?
Oh, all the time, Candace. Really, all the time.
Well, here's a video of YouTube overdubber Claw 242.
I was just thinking about it now. It's crazy.
Having a devastating conversation with his dog.
Yeah.
I went to the fridge and I opened up the meat drawer. You know what the meat drawer is, right?
Yeah. What was in there?
Well, I'll tell you what was in there. You know that bacon that's like maple? It's got maple flavor.
The maple kind, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I took that out and I thought,
Yeah.
I know who would like that. Me. So I ate it.
Oh, you kidding me?
I took some chicken.
Yeah.
I put some cheese on it. And I covered it with
Covered it with what?
cat treats.
Yeah.
Then guess what?
What?
I gave it to the cat.
That's the cutest thing ever.
So mean.
If we ever need to interrogate a dog, it appears that the maple bacon torture technique breaks them instantly. It also works for Kevin.
Huh?
Do you want bacon?
Yeah.
You can't have it.
Oh. That's really close. I'm backing away from that shot. That was,
No tears this time?
No
tears?
I cried in rehearsal, but it ain't happening now. Give me a minute.
That's good. 2 tears came down.
Yeah.
Star Wars fans have been clamoring for real sequels to episodes 4, 5, and 6. And today's number 2 is the continuation of one beloved character's galactic adventures.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. My eyes hurt. Here's a Chewbacca montage through the relaxing seasons of his golden years, courtesy of YouTuber Ghoulie Mask. That was good.
Chewbacca's retirement on Earth is good. He gets more Slave Leias than anybody at Dragon Con.
Yeah. Well, he is an expert at nailing the old exhaust ports, so it ain't hard at Dragon Con. There's extra wide exhaust ports there.
Still ahead, the most brutal nut shot we've ever seen.
Bit of gentleman's bag adieu. And our number 1 ATN is coming up next, everybody. We have to adieu. Goodbye.
Up here.
Today's ATN featured a death metal frontman whose vocal warm-ups are pitch perfect. Tell us, what's the name of this vocal technique? Tweet us your responses at AOTS, #OMGROFLOL. If your response makes us scream, we'll feature it on Friday's show.
Today's number 1 item is a parkour fail of the highest order.
If you ever thought about heading to your local playground and trying a bit of wall walking, well, this video will make you think twice.
Horse. This is hardcore parkour. Jump from that pole onto that rock wall.
He pooped himself a little.
It was just a little, so he still has some dignity. So the guy, I don't know if you heard him say it at the top of the clip, but he calls himself the Horse. And he's literally trying to make a career out of getting his junk smashed. And he made it on TV, so there's that. But I wanted to get to know this guy and actually talk to him and see like why he's doing this, what started this. Unfortunately, that fell through. We weren't able to get him today, but we did get the next best thing.
Joining us live is an oft-abused associate of the Horse, his taint.
Yeah.
Hello! Thank you for joining us.
No, thank you for having me. As you know, I am the Grundle of one of the world's most notorious junk abusers. And the world needs to hear my story.
Of course. Well, you know, Attack of the Show has had for a long while, we've held a very pro-chode stance. So what exactly is your story?
I am under nearly constant abuse, Kevin. If I'm not being hurtled into the edge of a climbing wall, I'm being smashed into a handrail or pummeled with a fire hydrant. And for what? A fleeting shot at momentary YouTube fame? It's just not worth it.
Well, do you have any support from your fellow body parts?
I would if it were possible, Candace, but the penis has been completely mashed into impotence. And the testes have been battered so much that they're completely sterile. I am the only thing below his waist that still has any working nerve endings. You've got to get me out of here.
Well, okay, I agree. Where are you right now?
Where do you think? I'm in the freaking hospital, Kevin!
Oh, yeah, it says it right there on the screen, yeah.
The horse is on meds right now, so he doesn't know I'm doing this interview. Look, I need one of you guys to sign a Grundlectomy authorization while he's asleep.
I'll do it.
Yes.
I'll do it.
Yes.
I'll do it. I'll sign it. I'll sign it, yeah.
I don't think that's legal.
I don't care. I don't care. It's right.
Candace, last week I was hurtled into a tree branch from a 2-story jump. That should be illegal, but it's not. For the love of God, you've got to. Oh no.
What?
Oh no, he's waking up.
Oh, get out of there! You gotta get out!
Oh no! This is it. Tell my Grundle wife I love her.
No. Cut away. I don't want to see it. I thought maybe after the show, I would maybe have a shot at like a guest on Anderson Cooper's show. I thought maybe I might be a correspondent someday.
Thought.
Nope. To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet.
Kevin, what happens
Yes,
when
Candace.
clothing companies Stussy and Marvel Comics hook up?
Oh, Candace, you get a mutant baby of a clothing line.
Yes.
And Andy Allo is at the launch party.
I'm at the launch of the new Marvel and Stussy clothing line where people are literally fighting over these shirts. Smalls not included.
Looking to get in some comic book action? Stussy teamed up with Marvel to release the ultimate line of street apparel.
We're doing a Stussy Marvel collection in 2 series. The first series is just Stussy and Marvel, and the second series is a guest artist series where we had 9 guest artists pick their favorite Marvel character and reinterpret them in their style.
So yeah, the Marvel and the Stussy team up has turned out really well, and we're very proud to be
What are
here.
you doing? It's mine!
Hey, ladies, there's plenty of superhero to go around for everyone.
Fine, well, Ant-Man, you're out.
Beat it.
Stussy asked me to do a t-shirt based on my favorite Marvel characters, and my first choice was the Fantastic Four, but somebody had already taken that. So I said, well, can I do one of the Fantastic Four and his girlfriend? And they said, sure. So I picked Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, and this is Crystal.
What I think is really cool is it's actually in pieces. Why did you do that?
Well, it's in pieces because I can't do a good drawing all in one shot. So I draw the legs, then I'll draw a head that's horrible. So I tear it off, I just cut another piece of paper on top of it, and I just keep putting it together.
This is actually the finished product right over here, right?
It's pencil to start with, but then I inked it in Illustrator and colored it in Photoshop.
Maybe we'll have a battle of like design between us.
Okay, that sounds great. There you go. Whoa, look at this action. Made me look like Elvis.
Dude! Seriously, you can hurt yourself. They never listen. Tell us which character you decided to go with.
I got a choice and I picked Spider-Man, you know? To sit there and actually draw Spider-Man, it's kind of crazy, like drawing Mickey Mouse or something, you know what I mean? But drawing it for Stussy, I know I can put him somewhere where he'd never be at. That's the fun thing about drawing, is you can go anywhere, anytime you want, be creative and help people at the same time.
Now, speaking of drawing, I've been thinking about getting a tattoo, and I mean, it'd be an honor.
Booyah.
Oh, snap!
There it is.
G for life. Wood. I'm into it. Oh, that hurt, dude.
The new Marvel and Stussy clothing line, hands down the sickest comic book streetwear out there. But what's even sicker? Aloe exclusive. New movies are on DVD today. Let's see if you'll want them. It's DVD Tuesday. Welcome back, film expert Chris Gore.
Thank you, Candace. Thanks, everybody.
How are you?
Good, really good.
All right, what do we have first?
First, we have the Green Hornet, folks. Yeah.
So, what do you think Seth Rogen brought to the superhero genre?
He brought a reality. He brought, because Britt Reed, the Green Hornet, is a regular guy just like Bruce Wayne. But I think Seth Rogen is even more of a regular guy.
He totally is.
He makes doughy guys like me aspire. I could
not doughy.
I could be a superhero.
You totally could.
Not exactly in shape, trust me. But no, I really had fun with this movie. I mean, and the one thing is, the guy who played Kato, Jay Chow, who is a superstar in Hong Kong, he was incredible.
He's awesome.
The martial arts and also the chemistry between the two guys. It really is a story of the sidekick superhero relationship. And also, no one in this movie is happy. They're all sort of disappointed with the position that they're in life. He wants to be a big superhero, and Christoph Waltz, his character, the villain, wants to be respected as being evil. Not evil enough, but so much fun. Really, really was underestimated, this film.
Any good extras?
Tons of good extras. There's behind the scenes on the Black Beauty. The car, they went with the original car, Black Beauty, which was awesome. They had 30 of them and blew up a whole bunch of them. They had 30 of them.
They blew up all those cars?
And they blew up pretty much every single
makes me
one.
sad.
Every single one in the making of the movie got blown up. There's an extra where Jay Chow, you get to see him actually do a performance in Hong Kong. He does this big, he's huge. He's a big superstar, big singing star in Hong Kong. And then also commentary with Michelle Gondry and Seth Rogen. And I just always have loved Seth Rogen's honesty. I mean, the guy's like, we just wanted to make an entertaining movie where stuff blew up and there are lots of car chases.
And that's what we did.
Success. Yeah.
All right, so what's the bottom line?
Bottom line is buy it. A lot of fun.
Hey, love the buys. Chris,
Excellent.
next DVD.
Next DVD is The Dilemma.
Now, is this a good date movie?
Well, let me think. Well, first of all, the cast. You got Vince Vaughn, Kevin James, Jennifer Connelly, Spock's mom. Great cast in this film. But the story of this movie is a guy who catches, his best friend's wife cheating. Does he tell her he's cheating? Now, if you go on a date and you see this movie, the subject of cheating is going to come up. And maybe you've been in a relationship a long time. Maybe you're dating other people before you became committed and became exclusive. Someone will be mad. Maybe it's a first date. Then you always get into an uncomfortable conversation about cheating. Never going to go anywhere good.
I never get in weird, uncomfortable situations about cheating.
Well, yes,
Maybe
you
it's
don't.
just you.
No, the guys are uncomfortable as you are yelling at us.
Sorry.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to see a romantic comedy about cheating because eventually the topic of cheating is going to come up.
Okay, point taken.
Yeah.
What's the bottom line?
Pass.
All
Pass,
right.
folks. It was awful. I couldn't hate this movie enough.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to cheat on it with the Green Hornet.
Oh.
So, yeah.
All right, what else do you have to check out?
Being Human Season 3.
Now, should fans of Sci-Fi's version of Being Human watch the British version first?
I think they should because, first of all, of course, they're ahead in terms of the chronology of the story. Yeah. Second, British accents, everything just sounds cooler.
Everything seems better. People seem smarter. Everything is better with the British accent. I totally agree.
Exactly. You believe some of the crazy stuff that happens in this show. And in this season, we've got Wolfman and Wolf-Woman action, if you hear what I'm saying. We've got interdimensional sex. There's a lot of sex in this season of the show. I was impressed, aroused, enjoyed it immensely. Love it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the bottom line?
Bottom line is Rent, but only because there are not a lot of extras. Okay. Great show.
But really good.
Really good. Being Human, you would love it.
Cool. Well, thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
For more Gore, follow him on Twitter at @ThatChrisGore. And now let's go back on to Kevin.
Okay, thank you. Still ahead, more bad news for Sony. They've been hacked again. We've got details in the loop, and later, brace for incoming offensiveness. Well, more of it. Comedian Gilbert Gottfried will be here live in studio. to give our in-house TV censors a stroke.
Wolverine, you're...
I'm gonna let the excitement and applause die down while I announce Sony has been hacked. Again. We've got everything you need to know about the latest oopsie and how Sony wants to make it up to you in the loop.
2 weeks. That's how long Sony's PlayStation Network has been offline. 2 weeks without Portal 2 co-op, Mortal Kombat, and SOCOM 4. But PS3 gamers, now they've got bigger problems. 5 days into the outage, Sony revealed that their PlayStation Network suffered an unprecedented security breach. The servers were hacked, and personal data of over 70 million PSN users had been exposed, including names, addresses, and hashed credit card numbers. Yesterday, Sony discovered yet another breach during its investigation, this time exposing the personal data of 25 million Sony Online Entertainment customers, affecting games like DC Universe and EverQuest. Sony has publicly apologized and is working on a solution. Meanwhile, gamers wait with varying levels of patience. While the specter of identity theft and credit card fraud looms, Sony promises it will make good with various incentives and freebies for inconvenienced users. But the big question we all want to know is, when can we get back to playing games? Let's move! It's The Loop.
Alrighty, folks, joining me to help us make sense of it all, host of X-Play, Adam Sessler, is right here.
You use my name and sense together as if there's a correlation. That's so kind of you, and I live to disappoint.
Oh, so. Well, please. Well, if there's a place to disappoint everyone, it's right here on Attack of the Show. Speaking of disappointment, let's talk about PlayStation Network. People aren't able to game. I mean, This is that at its core. That is the major issue right now. Like, are there any warning signs that we should be looking out for? Gamers going through withdrawal? Is there a foaming at the mouth, redness of the eyes?
It really is at an unfortunate time period. I think Portal 2 really typifies that. I mean, last year at E3, Gabe Newell walks out on stage, eating crow himself, and saying that actually, no, there are things that the PlayStation Network and the PS3 will do well with us. It had the interconnectivity with Steam. And now no one can really experiment with that.
And now it's got nothing. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It took Sony 5 days to announce that there was a break-in, and I took a major issue with that because we knew something was going on. They pulled the plug. Clearly there was an issue, and they had said that they weren't sure the extent of the break-in, so they didn't want to make an announcement.
I mean, it's that they first needed to ascertain what had happened. They said that they discovered it had happened somewhere from the 15th to the 17th of April. The 19th is when they made the discovery. We were not until I think around the 26th to actually get the formal announcement. I think this is a case study of how you don't handle these consumer relations, right. and these it's these things happen. A lot of companies get broken into, but it was the waiting and not making any comment and letting the internet do all your messaging for you. It really works against them, and I think it has something to do with Sony being an old Japanese company, and you see this precedent with Toyota, with TEPCO, of not messaging out to people, even though it's probably going to work in your best interests.
But they did bow.
Oh,
you have to give them that.
That was contrition on a level I rarely get to see.
Sony held a press conference where they apologized. They bowed quite a bit, and they refused an invitation to testify before the U.S. Congress about data security. They offered to answer questions that were submitted in writing, which was interesting. But is that enough at this point?
I think so. I think they're trying not to let this become too big and really sort of cloud them. I mean, I would have to say that even the mainstream press seems to have been kind of covering this as if there's a new novelty factor because it's involving a game company. I was thinking, and I might be wrong on this, but I think there was an incident with the Department of Health and Human Services where some dude actually took home data with people's social security numbers on it and then lost it. I mean, that to me is a greater violation of a sense of trust because that's human idiocy. People get hacked. That's that's what the internet is allowing.
But and to get back to that point, do you think because they delayed and maybe if they didn't know the extent of the hack, they could have come out and said, "Hey, look, there might have been a security breach. We're analyzing it." But the fact that they were silent and let that internet just get in their rumor circles and just escalate everything, that was really the main issue.
I think the sticking the heads in the sand approach just really worked against them, especially because they were a game company and they have a user base. Their most vocal user base is of the internet youth, which tend to just take things very very, very seriously far too quickly.
Yeah. What kind of make goods is Sony actually offering its users? Because I received an email and it said, hey, look, if you want to check your credit report to make sure you're not completely screwed, here are some websites. But that's all I really saw.
I believe they have talked to all three of the major credit reporting agencies and use their own money to say, like, hey, these are the numbers. These are flagged, so that they're already prepped to know that if something funny happens, so nothing has been reported. People will get either a free PSN Plus or, an account for a month. There'll be some games. I think for the Curiosity users, there'll be some free music. There's nothing that specific. There are some make goods, but I think it's just going to be sort of a long road for that easy forgetting that the internet is so good at to actually take place. It's unfortunate because this is such a good year for Sony.
I was just going to say, could this be the most inopportune time for this to happen? This is the strongest year we're leading up into E3. Is this going to be the talk of the convention, or will people have forgiven by then?
I think E3 is going to be the panacea that's finally going to get their messaging back on track. I mean, they do have an amazing lineup of exclusive games. It's definitely going to overshadow, I think, what Microsoft's going to be offering, since we know of all of one game that's coming out this year from them. Nintendo will have a new console, but Sony looks really strong right now.
Speaking of Nintendo and Microsoft, because hacks happen, we know this. Should we trust their networks more? Should we believe that Microsoft, because Xbox Live's been around longer, it's more secure?
I've been asking myself this, too, because Microsoft, as a brand, seems to be more attractive to a hack than Sony does. And as far as we know, nothing on this level definitely has ever happened. You are paying for Xbox Live, and that does probably help subsidize some of that protection. And it's Microsoft. They have decades more of experience in dealing with network security.
So if you're one of those 77 million PSN users, or the 25 million or so that are playing EverQuest, in DCU on the PC, what can you do to protect yourself?
I mean, I don't think there's anything more unique here than what you typically hear with all these people saying, you need to be secure. I think not using a credit card as some alternate form of payment, or having one particular credit card with a low limit on it that is solely used for purchases or accounts like this, is probably the best thing that you can do. But like I said, this is the era of the internet, and it's always going to carry that risk.
I mean, I guess if anything, you could just make sure you use the same password for everything, so that way you don't forget it if you need to log in and make a change to a credit card. Right?
I like to have a consecutive string of numbers.
Oh, that's it.
I think it works really well.
Or QWERTY is also really nice. You just tap dance along the top row of the keyboard, QWERTY.
I never realized that you could pronounce that. That's so cool. Thanks, Kevin.
Adam Sessler, always a pleasure. Thank you so much, Adam, for keeping us in the loop. But now, we go over to Miss Candace.
Holograms. They're not just a cheap gimmick on CNN anymore. Alex Semwise went all the way to London to investigate.
Holographic superstars and AI-powered performances are no longer just the stuff of sci-fi and anime. Now, we're here at Musion in London to find out the latest in holographic technology.
The Musion eyeliner system is the most cutting-edge holographic technology around today. The projector is hidden up high in the rig in the ceiling. It projects straight down a digital image. The bounce screen reflects it up onto the foil, allowing spectacular three-dimensional moving images to appear within a live stage setting. Live or virtual stage presenters can appear alongside and interact with virtual images of humans or animated characters.
We film on high-definition cameras, the Genesis camera, we pre-record the holograms, and then we do a lot of animation, and then it's projected. You do have to do a lot of takes, because when you shoot everything, you have to shoot it as a theatre, so you have to get it all in one shot. There's no edits. If the artist or the talent that you're shooting screw up at any moment, you right back to the beginning, and you've got to get it all in one take.
Holograms, I mean, they've been around for a very, very long time. The actual technology has been derived from an old theatre trick, which is called Pepper's Ghost.
You think I could have a chance to have a mess around with some holograms?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, here is where we find out that working with holograms is a lot like working on Attack of the Show. We've got Kevin here. Hi, Kevin. Trying to nick things again, I see. What is that? Okay, yeah. You go up there and find out what that thing was. That's not Kevin. That's Blair. He stilled it. Okay, so with brand new holographic technology, not only can you interact with imaginary people, but you can interact with real-life people too. Now, here's my best pal, Will.i.am. Everyone knows that we hang out all the time, and I'm going to try and impress him with my dance skills. I do this one in discos all the time, like that. Or this one, rave. Let's go ahead and say
Square Zero Musion and their Minority Report style technology, you too could be partying with Will.i.am, but let's hope that your dance skills are a bit better than mine, because mine suck.
That's kind of cool.
And we get one step closer to our holographic future.
And more importantly, our crazy holographic future sex. That's going to be pretty hot. No? Okay. In case you haven't heard, a tag of the show, we love Japan.
Yay!
And we're holding a charity auction to actually benefit the Japanese people in the aftermath of the quake and the tsunami.
All the proceeds go to the American Red Cross, and it's not too late to donate or bid because the auctions are still going on. Now for the fun part. Let's find out where the bidding is at now.
All right, here we go. The ultimate WWE fan bundle, which includes a WWE replica championship belt signed by Dr. John Cena.
He's a doctor?
He is now. It's at 1,025 bones.
Whoa! Nice. The chance to run the official Ninja Warrior course at Mount Midoriyama in Japan is at $1,525.
Love that. And last, but, well, definitely not least, it's only going to cost you $7,000 to bring Sarah Underwood to your house for the feed. That's a real bid.
And you can get our old plastic cell phone props around like 100 something right now.
Yeah, some of them are going for like $100.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of auctions, and if that's way out of your price range, totally understand. But that means you can still donate. Please, anything you can do is greatly appreciated.
Go to g4tv.com/Japan and bid now on all of our auctions. It's for a really great cause.
Yeah.
The news isn't all bad.
No, it's actually even better
Nice segue.
when you read it. So
Oh,
why don't you get
I'm
on over
reading
there
the
and give us some
feed
news?
today.
Come on.
All right.
Get on over there, girl. Get it. News us. Newsing. News o'clock.
Right now, it's time to start the feed.
Woo.
All the news you need to know. The feed.
It's Tuesday, May 3rd, and here are your top stories. The explosion of Twitter and search engine use that followed Osama bin Laden's death has led to a significant uptick in malware, and it's not just PCs. Scammers on Facebook and across the web are baiting people into downloading malicious files by promising pictures and video from the raid on bin Laden's compound. Mac users, normally immune to malware, can get infected with something as simple as a Google image search. So remember, be extra cautious, and don't put your credit card info in a window that pops up on a page that promises picture proof of bin Laden's death alongside a free iPad. Comic book god Stan Lee will be taking the mound at tonight's Dodger game. Well, for the first pitch at least. Stan will be there. It's still good. No, yay! Stan will be there to promote awareness of the Stan Lee Foundation, which aims to provide underprivileged kids and adults with access to literacy, education, and the arts. How, you ask? Right? Yes, oh, let me tell you. By using comic books to help people learn how to read and discover their inner hero. I think we can all get behind that one. To donate, head to stanleyfoundation.org. And finally, the Japanese have invented a way to simulate kissing across the internet. Well, sort of. This is an interesting story. Students at the University of Electrocommunications in Japan designed a tiny box that plugs into a PC and has a small motorized rotating straw that's somehow supposed to feel like real-life tongue wrestling. Yeah, that's so weird. The robotic straw tongue can communicate to another device or have the tactile response recorded and stored. It's been described as a one-solution cure to loneliness. So next up, the internet-enabled fleshlight. I'm Candace Bailey, and you've just been fed. Now let's go over to Kevin.
Thanks for that. Hey, are you a lady?
I am.
That's one. And a gamer?
I am.
Great! Have we got a deal for you? G4 and Sarah Underwood want to take you to E3. We're actually conducting a nationwide search for new E3 booth babes. Oh, it's my favorite part of the year. Because we had to actually return the old ones to their cryogenic chambers, it happens. So if you think you've got what it takes, you have until tomorrow at midnight to submit a video to enter. Just go on to g4tv.com/E3. But stay tuned. Gilbert Gottfried will be here live in studio. And the G4 bleeping machine is warmed up and ready. Come on, rubber balls and liquor. You gotta.
The feed is brought to you by KFC's $5 everyday meals. Today tastes so good.
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. Fail. Fail, 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 fail. You lose.
everybody. Joining me now, someone I've wanted to have a chat with for ages and ages. He's a comedian and the author of the new book, Rubber Balls and Liquor. Gilbert Gottfried is here.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Simultaneously love and hate that when people ask me, oh, what are you reading this weekend? Rubber Balls and Liquor is what I had to...
And this is, if you're really stupid, I'm holding liquor and rubber balls. Yes, that's... Because I know the audience here. And so here, they're balls and liquor.
Right.
Yeah, you see?
They can't hear you, Gilbert, over the sounds of their water pipes right now.
Oh,
so you got to give them a second. Now, did you...
And I'm playing with my balls as we're talking. And it's okay to say that, because these are my balls. And I'm playing with them.
Right.
I'm playing with my balls.
Right, now,
I'm holding my balls under my chin.
Oh, the rest of them. Would you mind resting your balls on my chin for a second?
Yes.
Just resting my mind on balls?
Yes.
Okay. I get it now. There's someone in Standards and Practices with a clipboard going, well, they are balls on his chin.
Yes.
I guess we're going to let that through.
Technically, it's okay. He did have balls on his chin.
We're okay.
We can't argue. We can't argue the
No
point.
one is seeing this interview right now. It's just a cat eating some wires and technical difficulties. That's all they're
now
seeing.
He's shoving his balls in his mouth.
Why would he do that? Now wait. Now let me point out. These aren't your balls. We gave you those when you got here.
So I'm shoving your balls in my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Or a stranger's balls.
I'm shoving a total stranger's balls in my mouth. Oh, see, this ruin. I thought they were my own balls.
No, it happens.
I'm in the middle of a publicity thing. I'm tired. I thought I was playing with my balls and putting my balls in my mouth.
Aren't you at a...
But some total stranger, I'm playing with his balls and putting a stranger's balls in my mouth.
Whatever.
Thank you. Thank you.
Whatever moves some units, right?
Yes.
Literally and figuratively.
I'm moving my unit now.
Of course. Aren't you at a point in your career, Gilbert, that you don't have to put a stranger's balls in your mouth for promotion?
It never gets to that point. Maybe if you're Tom Hanks or something, you don't have to put a stranger's balls in your mouth. But hey, with my career, I gotta put a stranger's basketballs in my...
Gotta do it.
In my mouth.
Now, it's better than a foot, though. Speaking of which...
I might want to get a movie deal out of this. So I'm putting I'm sorry.
No. Do you, aside from everything that just happened, literally just now...
Yes, you mean with the balls in my mouth.
Aside from all of that, is there anything else you want to apologize for before we get the interview going? Because you've been apologizing a lot lately.
Yes. I'd like to apologize for putting these balls, a complete stranger's balls, I put in my mouth, and I'd like to apologize. And my sympathy goes out to anyone watching me put a stranger's balls in my mouth.
I feel like you just need a pull-string PR dummy to sit on your lap right now, and you can just pull it, and they'll say that they're so sorry for anything and everything you just said
I feel like I should have a pre-recording thing where it goes, I'm very sorry for the insult I made to Osama bin Laden. I'm very...
Did you insult Osama? I feel like that one would be okay on Twitter, no?
Yeah, no, on Twitter I said... I said I refuse to do any jokes that could be considered insensitive about Osama bin Laden's death. But my thoughts and prayers go to the Al Qaeda.
So clearly, you've learned many, many lessons over the last few weeks about how Twitter should be used to communicate.
I've learned to think twice about anything you say and then do it anyway. Thank you very much.
But let me ask you that, because I follow you on the Twitters, and I've enjoyed...
Oh, I'm sorry. spitting a stranger's balls out of my mouth.
That's right. That actually happens 9 out of every 10 interviews on the show.
Oh, wait, I was sitting on this. Yes.
That's okay. You got it down to the vodka, so that was impressive.
Can I hold this like this?
Absolutely can.
Okay, thank you.
But when you apologized for what happened,
What? I'm trying to get the cork out.
It's not like. Do you normally work it like a champagne bottle after the World Series? Is that how it normally works for you? I mean, whatever works. But I wanted to ask, I did have a serious question lined up.
Yes, and I sent out a Twitter on Hitler's birthday.
Did you?
Yes, I said, birthday message to Hitler, you're dead and the Jews run the world, ha ha. Yeah, so...
Ironic the way that one worked out.
Thank you. Your laughter makes me so happy.
Well, believe it or not, I think that was 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So I will say that it's the Rubber Balls and Liquor.
My website is gilbertgottfried.com, where you could also get my Dirty Joke DVD.
Love it. Which we could never air. We looked for like 35 seconds of clean something to run as a clip. Couldn't do it. We really tried. Listen, I'd love to have you back some of the times where we don't give you balls to put in your mouth or a vodka prop to stroke suggestively. But in the meantime, I want to tell everybody it is a great read. It's your life in paperback or hardback, and it's really fantastic. So,
and it made a hardback. Yes.
Gilbert Gottfried, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. Rubber Balls and Liquor. It's in stores now. And I'm so sorry, America. Stay tuned. Because if you don't, you're going to miss more Attack of the Show. It's coming up after this. You can keep those balls. They're yours.
Thank you.
I wanted to get to...
No, it's fine. This is normal day at the office.
Yeah, exactly.
You are huge.
That's pretty massive.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new Attack of the Show. Thor co-star Jamie Alexander will be here in studio with lessons on fighting frost giants and playing the comic book warrior Sif. Then we rate the BlackBerry Playbook tablet on Gadgetron. This flash-enabled bad boy shoots 1080p video and weighs just under a pound. And Adam Sessler locks and loads when he gives us a tour of the Gears of War multiplayer beta in Game Break. See it tomorrow.
Thanks to our guests, Gilbert Gottfried, Adam Sessler, Chris Gore, Andy Allo, and of course, the horses Grundle.
Good night!
See you guys later.